Hey everybody, this is Dan, and this here will be the war recap. Buy Forever versus the Clash Pals. Two podcast clans going at it in a range match, head to head. Seeing who come out on top, and we got the victory. A couple more stars, roughly similar total destruction though. So there was a lot of like those 90% hits. I think I had one myself. Shout out to our 6-star war hitters. We have Vasily, Beto, Skyrix, Dixon Cider, Abhishek, and Zach Loves Lamp. Now I've had some little bit of internet issues, but they've been resolved. So let's get on with these replays, man. Let's check out this hit from here from Mills. These here are kind of like it's offensively this guy's like a really good Town Hall 11, man. We got the 40-40-20 going on, but a couple of defenses are not completely maxed for the Town Hall level 11 level. But we're gonna put up a nice strong 2-star hit on this. And what's really hard to do on this base is when you get the Town Hall 11 game, ever since the Witch update, it's hard to 3-star or anything with ground or even 2-star. So I've been seeing dragons quite a bit, or maybe some sort of loon variation, using the warden as support. Hogs, I don't know. I'm not seeing it. It'd be nice to see it, but I'm not seeing it. With the giant bomb still being upgraded and all that from Town Hall 10 plus. Now we're going in here with the heroes. We already got a good cutaway as far as percentage. Got a nice 14% already, 15 now, and we're moving in with just the heroes, and we're just trying to get as much done as possible before that deep eagle activates. So we're doing our best we can, getting on in there. The enemy BK is on there now. These new Expos, man, they just chew everything up. So we're having some issues, but we got to get this all cleaned out. All right, if you don't get this cleaned out, you can't send dragons. So he has to cut away all this stuff in order to get to that deep eagle, that deep town hall. Well protected by Infernos there and all these heroes and whatnot. So pretty well defended, pretty well bunkered base. Send in, finally loses the queen. All we got left now is a Zap Quake and a Warden. So you kind of, looking at the right side, it's not really a cutaway yet. So what he did is he Zap Quaked, activates Eagle because the spells actually count toward housing space or something. I don't know how the Eagle does math, but it counts against it. So the Eagle activates. He's going to actually decoy with the dragons to the right. They do a little bit of cutting, and then it's time for the loons. So the loons roll on in, and they're actually going to pick up a little bit of air mines. We get the warden with the dragons to roll in, and we should be able to get the 3-star hit here as we rage these dragons for like crazy damage. They arrive, they destroy. They arrive, they destroy. Look at that town hall. Look at that. Took away 2/3 of its health in a single breath, and then they end up on the up on all the main core defenses. And with these Teslas popping and everything, even the warden can't keep these things alive. But because we did such an effective queen walk, we were able to come up above 50%, which is really good at their top player. And we're looking real strong. Even got the warden helping us out for extra percentage. I like it. So it's going to be the nice 2-star swing on a really well defended Town Hall 11. Kind of hard to get to on the core there. Nice anti-2. We're going to come down and we're going to check out my boy Beto here. I always used to call him Beto, man, because he's like a ass Beto, really. He just wins. He claims a base, cleans a base. Here we go, man. So he is attacking their top Town Hall 9. Setting the example with the Valks as usual. Most of his attacks that he did this war used Valks to great success. That was actually true on both sides. Valks running all over the place. Loons and Hogs, yeah, they get 3 stars, but they almost got gimmicks. Like you got to watch out for air defenses. You got to watch out for double giant bomb locations. But with Valks, I don't know, man. What's the big counter? Maybe there isn't one. I mean, you can work a base down with quakes and all this. And look at this Beto. He just like, I'm just going to chop walls down. Oh, you got max walls? I'm still going to chop them down. So we got 12 really nasty Valks rolling on in. He's bringing the CC Golem in one of his own. And everything's going on in. Now, the healers break off here, which kind of sucks because he wanted him to chase his queen. His queen could roll around the outside. And maybe he intended for his queen to roll northbound, but he still pulls off the nice 3-star. The Valks are just chewing up the north. Tesla farm, gone. just destroyed. Now, unfortunately, all of our wizards are off getting chewed up by a wizard tower. Got the BK blowing all of our double giant bombs, which is awesome because less healing needs to be done with the Valks. But the Valks are pretty much going to do their own thing up there. They're going to chew up the rest of his base, and with 2 more heals, what's going to stop these Valks? And when you bring 2 golems like this, typically the golems will wander off and they'll get some defenses on them. Or when you got big heroes like this, like big old like level 30 BKs, they tank for quite a bit. So even if your Valks go crazy, as Valks do, they actually end up back on target later in the war. This is pretty consistent with like most Go Vahos that we've been seeing. Valks run off, but then they come back. They come back to finish it. So normally, like if you were tapped out on heals, because you probably would be if you were hogging, seeing what's left here could actually kill off all your hogs. It's crazy. Your Valks though, I don't know, man. They don't need as much healing. The attack's a little bit more straightforward. Mad props to using Valks. I need to get some more experience with them myself. But Beto here, he's gonna put up to 3 stars, especially with that level 30 queen. I see this a lot. There's still a golem on the map, and the queen can hide behind it and just start shooting stuff. And that's gonna be the 3 stars, man, on their top player. I also like this other one here from Inspiration going on their number 10. We got a nice anti-3 base here. This here is I would say this is within the normal meta of the game. Alright, we have a base, lots of questionable double giant bomb spots, and we got a queen that kind of baits you out to a part of the base that you don't really want to be at. So what's he going to do? He's going to go Vaho this thing, and we're going to see a lot of the same stuff. We're going to see queens probably arrive late, still doing it, still cleaning it up. With the healer queen, I mean, usually your queen lasts, man. He is opening up the top of the base here with minions, so we're gonna see some action on that, getting nice value out of 2 housing space. That's cleanup that won't need to happen later. It's great, real smart play. Gets the raged. I think this was a first hit, so we didn't know what was in the CC, but he's bringing the CC on out. I really don't like the poison avoidance with the witches, because when they summon, look, you're going to see skeletons try to dodge out of it. That's really annoying, and it actually delays queen walks quite a bit. It doesn't put up a threat, but it delays them, kind of like what a lava hound would be. And then he hits the poison down. Poison's going to last nice 10 seconds. He puts the poison down, smart play here, before he drops the golem. That way we just go ahead and slow down the queen's damage on that golem, allowing a very minimal kill squad here to roll in and just get right on top of that queen. So she's still affected by poison. Now she's not, and the golem is he's done his job. Whereas if we didn't have that poison, well, he'd be pretty messed up. Now our queen is still rolling into this base, still putting up a lot of damage, and our Valks are actually rolling it. They are dying actually pretty quick. We only have like 8 of them. I think that's what we had in this attack. We're losing hogs of springs, but check out this smart play here. He's got these X-bows. He's gonna feed them a double giant bomb. Boom, boom. That's it. He's got the skellies, but look at this, guys. Look at this. Look at this heal placement and the way how he put down his hogs. So he blew the double giant bomb, and the hogs are able to path back on the return and actually finish it up. And then of course you're gonna need to have the little outside cleanup wizards here, especially with queen walks. You definitely got to be thinking about time. Inspiration's got himself covered here. He's got the outside wizards, and the Valks are doing their thing on the outside. So that's gonna be it, man. It's gonna be 3 stars. Nice hit. Alright, here we go. Let's check out Vasily. Vasily here, not only did he have a 6-star war, but these were both first attack 3 stars both times. So what's he using? Well, he's going to use the Govaho. And he looks at this base and he's like, alright, maybe I can open it up with a Quake. Now you look at this and you're like, well, maybe this Quake's misplaced. Okay, so I'm looking at it. You got 2 walls deep there. So he puts down 3 golems, but I guess he misjudged how far golems are run to an outside mortar. They run pretty far. So he put down the 3 golem here, and he's trying to get them on in, but he uses wizards to cut that outer compartment there at 7 o'clock. So now the golems path deeper back in. So check this out. Now all the golems are kind of like just hanging out this wall. He blows the compartment right here, gets all 3 golems to go into this here base. Puts the Valks down, brings in the CC Valks, the big hitters. Gives them that rage. That wall's nothing. eats right through that wall. And then they go on in. Look at that. Just boom, boom. Queen's dead. King. Oh, what's up, King? Boom. So he's gone. Meanwhile, you got the heroes, the golems. The golems are tanking all the nasty stuff, and the heroes are just sitting there taking out the CC. Now he's just kind of like, all right, I'll have these hogs run the side because I can dump out the middle using 3 golems in my CC Valks and all that. And you just let the hogs run the outer compartment. There's no DGBs there, and you just let them run while stuff is still being tanked. Look at these. We got 2 big golems that are going to tank the right side of this base as the hogs run the path. We're out of heals, guys. We're out of heals, but we're still clearing this base. Look at this, man. It's still got 6 hogs or so, and boom, Wizard helping us out, going in, ending up on the. Even if we did lose the Valks at this point, even if we did, we would still beat the base, guys, because you got the forward golems there. One of them ain't even broken. That's what you get when you roll 3 golems. Where's the queen? Still alive. That's what happens when you have this stuff. So the hogs were just made to clear like potentially part of the base, and if they got wiped out, we'd still beat the base. That's how first attack 3 stars happen, guys. Planning ahead, bringing the outside wizards too. No need to even queen walk it. He's just like, screw it. 3 golems, getting it done with the quakes, raging on in there. I like it, man. Sometimes the Govao gets the rage, and that was really smart. I'm going to try to get a good spread here. So Skyrix going in, attacking way up, and hitting their 18. Adam a bear. So this one here will be a little bit of a Laloon. I think I tried to do some sort of fancy queen charge here. And I pulled a 99. Yep, because I wasn't able to finish one of the expos. So he hits it with just like a, this here looks like a pretty standard base, right? You're rolling the anti-2. Anti-2's got a weakness. They're can be countered by just generic traditional attacks. You don't need to be fancy. Traditional sometimes works. Here we go. When the golems pop, they will actually destroy the CC troops. Boom, boom. That's it. And the queen under rage is going to knock out all this stuff. So even though we got like a high damage point defense core, he's actually able to dump off a lot of it. Now here's what's smart. If you look here, he put down a jump so that way the golems will clear the stuff to the southwest, right around 7 o'clock in that town hall, but then end up on top of that air defense. And when you're using a traditional attack, typically you have a lot of extra spells. So he's opting to use rage here versus like haste. It ends up being kind of like overkill damage. I'm not trying to critique him, man. Man has a 6-star war, but you could end up with 4 haste here. Just saying. All right, so he pops that, crushes that. With how many loons are on the board, even with broken hounds, we end up destroying it. Also, what was interesting about this base, the guy had all of his traps and all of his red air mines, as well as the skeletons to the southeast side of his base, which was pretty weird. And I ended up actually picking that all up when I hit it. But look at this, man. We got pups all over the place, and even our minion helped knock out those skeletons. So we got a lot of cleanup to happen here, but it's going to be a 3-star hit. Traditional attack works. Don't need to get fancy. Should have known. Good job, Skyrix, man, putting up the 3-star. And then I got another one here, and I know what you guys thinking, man. Why does the same guy get double featured? But look at these attacks. Just look at them, man. Bringing how many? 18 Valks. 18 Valks. I think the first attack in the war was from them, and it was just a storm of Valks. It was ridiculous. And with these kind of CCs, you got a P.E.K.K.A rolling on out. That's kind of anti-queen walk. Valks don't care. Valks roll in, they crush it. He's bringing 4 heals. With these kind of open bases, I'd say these are maybe old meta kind of bases. Prior to the Valk buff, because Valks really have a heyday on these kind of bases. What happens here is they can run the sides, but there's not as much walls for them to, not as much compartments for them to actually deal with. Now, he is running into some issues here. Not everything's going to plan. His queen's down. They got a golem that wasn't doing his job. He's not doing his job over there. But what's interesting about these attacks is they're so powerful. They arrive at a defense and they blow it up. And when you're bringing 4 heals for this many Valks, I mean, you're just crushing him. You're just crushing it. So he's got like overlapping heals right now. They arrive at a storage, blow it up. They arrive at a wall, blow it up. And they keep moving, and they move through a base so fast. When it's like that, they actually take less damage. You know, you got to think about momentum with that. You know, how fast are they moving? How much is that defense having an uptime on them? Now they eat the double giant bomb here. Got 4 heals, dude. So they bounce back, come all back on it. We got little archers, we got the good Valks, and that's what you get with these kind of open-ended bases. I don't know. Dead zone bases just don't seem to have as much focus fire on them. So maybe a little bit old meta, maybe a little bit history. I don't recommend them, but they are kind of handy if you can get a surprise double giant bomb. I'll give them that, but there seems to be a lot of cons since the Valk update. So good job, Beto, man, putting up to 3 stars. We got another one here from Dixon Sider. Alright, so Dixon here, another Govaho. This one here will be with Quakes. Interesting choice here. We're going to Quake it on open because we're going to be in the space for a minute, you know. Put down the double Golem. We got a Govaho. But we got a lot more hogs than Valks, you know, in the videos that we've been seeing here. So he opens up the base, gets the CC on out, got the giant P.E.K.K.A rolling out, anti-queen walk, right? He didn't want to get walked. Well, we got really tight air defenses here, and he's just going to go roll on in there because typically on the back side of the base it's going to be your giant bombs. So if you can get those giant bombs kind of knocked out, and we're using the golems, using the Valks, he is going to be looking really good. Got the single bomb, got the double giant bomb there, and he actually just goes ahead and uses the heals here. Now, the Valks run off, they go a little bit crazy, so they don't really get the full effect of that heal, but it does heal the wizards, and the wizards were staying alive to tank, as well as it topped off the golems a little bit. Hogs start rolling in, so the hogs start rolling. We got someone's going in here from the south, and he just kind of like, you know, counts them out, puts them on the board, and they're going to advance into the heals as things are being tanked here. I don't know if you meant for this pacing to happen, but you know, we're looking really good on time here. Double giant bombs are knocked out, still got a heal on the board, and the hogs are going to arrive at the wizard tower at full health because of this well done heal placement. We do have the queen still alive. We got wizards on the outside. You got to be thinking about that cleanup here with this new time change. And he's going to end up just crushing this base. Hogs do a little bit of a scatter, so they reduce the overall wizard damage. And here they arrive. Roughly, there's like 12 of them still alive out of the 20. So they arrive at everything, and then they just blow it up. So cleanup's going to happen pretty quick, and it's going to be a 3 stars. So it was a really good hit. Usually hitting the backside of his bases. Again, this is kind of like old meta. If the bombs are predictable, this is probably what you get. Smart play there with the Quakes. I like it. I like it. We got another one here from Abhishek. So this base, kind of interesting. It's got this kind of like squared out middle, and you know all the good stuff's in there. So what's he gonna do? He's gonna send witches at it. It's kind of like a interesting attack because it's like where's the witches? You know, did they really need a nerf like the way they gave him? I don't know. Abhishek though, he's like, I like witches. Now his other attack was I think a Govao, but I like what he's doing with this. So he's gonna run the bottom with witches. It's funny. So, but it's not that. It's gonna be slow paced, guys. He's gonna wait for the witches, summon skeletons. Golems are doing low damage, but we were bringing a ton of witches. So he brought 4 of his own, and then he brought CC witches. So we got level 2 and 3 witches here, just summoning like a storm of skeletons, and he's gonna cut off this entire bottom side of the base. And look, just look at it, guys. We still got a golem. I don't know if he meant to put down a golem earlier, but he's got 6 hogs, and he sprinkled one of them already, just to kind of bring stuff up. But his queen just doesn't want to play with the squad, so she runs off north, typical queen. And we got all these skeletons rolling through the bottom. He's still kind of dropping his hogs as needed, putting 2 into defense. That way we don't have double giant bombs or anything that kind of stuff blow up all of our witches. So kind of good on that. He's also able to kind of reduce the amount of damage on his golems by just putting in a couple hogs here, a couple hogs there. His queen, of course, doesn't play. Gets the whole psych out from the other queen. Now this is a 19 on a 28 queen, so boom, she does not take it. She goes down. Now the hero levels here are kind of interesting. So he's going to use these skeletons for like this huge amount of sustain here in order to get the job done. Ends up coming out. Look at this well plan here. He's already got the quakes down because he opened this base up earlier. But he's going to use just a golem and just a couple wizards. This here, he's ending what's along the outside of his base. So that way all these skeletons gives them the rage and stuff. These skeletons are about to go crazy. Actually, wait, that's BK rage. I'm sorry. But all this stuff's about to go crazy and end the rest of this base. The wizards are just given just enough time so that way they can nail these wizard towers, and with that golem that he saved all the way to the end, is able to get that absorption down, and these couple of hogs here to help out, and he's able to get the job done. So really smart play. He really thought out every last detail about this base all the way start to finish, and using the witches. So you get a feature, man. Come on, that's hard mode. 6 witches, man. Wow. All right, got another one here. We got Skyrix, another one of our 6-star war hitters. Huge open base, not a base I like to hog. I think this was a cleanup attack, but actually let's check. I think it was a cleanup attack. We got number 29. I think it was a cleanup. Yeah, it was. So we kind of knew what the CC was. I don't know if we figured out what the double giant bombs were, but we'll see how it's going to play out. So we're bringing a Govaho coming in here from the top, and he's going to open up this base, getting that funnel down, getting that, make sure our queen, man, I don't get it with these queens these days, man, but they like running the side of a base. Same thing with Valks. Valks getting a little crazy. So a smart play here. We're going to bring them on in. Got a nice wide funnel. The funnel could probably be a little bit wider off to the right, but we got a nice looking one here so far. So the Valks will advance forward, looking to hang on that air defense and move deep into the center of this base. Because if we can end that, there's one double giant bomb. So if we can end, all the threats, we're looking pretty good. And then since that queen is put so close next to that wall, she's gonna hop that and get eaten by Valks. So we can go ahead and start putting in the hogs. And matter of fact, those are going to help us out because as the hogs break defenses, the golem should redirect back toward the center of this base, and we'll be able to use them a little bit later. So the hogs are going in, still bringing in hogs. Got to use the queen ability here to get stuff done, and the hogs are going to end up on this side of the base. Kind of a weird spot to put your Tesla. Your Tesla into a double giant bomb, but I like it. Smart play. Probably saved him a first attack 3-star there. Gives him the haste. I'm not sure why he brought the haste. Could have used that poison in case you got skeletons, but he's almost like just swagging it at this point. Overkilling the base. Really thought about all threats. Bringing the Govaho. It gets the job done, man. Putting it down. 3 stars. And we got another one here going all the way down. Got to give Zach one here, man. The guy put up a 3-star war. Or 6-star war, I'm sorry. So not a max base, but he's got a lot of smart plays here. He's got the level 4 Valks. He is going to open up this base using the quakes. There you go. And then he can he's going to come in here from the top. So coming in from 2 o'clock, opening up the base. Got to get those Valks on track. Lots of cleanup wizards. Not cleanup wizards, also funnel wizards. That way we can open the base up real quick. Brings the extra wall breakers just so that Expo likes to stick to them. You got to check your ranges, man. I've had that happen and you lose the attack. Now since we use Quake, there's no poison here, but that's okay. He is going to just use that heal. The Valks end all those defense, all those CC wizards. Not a really great CC troop, but it is what it is. Now we have the BK. He's trying to kill off the heroes. Gets the heroes killed. Nice looking BK there, level 15, getting the job done. And the hogs, man, just look at this deployment. Couple here, couple here, couple here. And he does it as they engage everything in the middle. So they're like, oh yeah, let me shoot these barbarians. And then the hogs start rolling in. And then it also causes them to scatter a little bit. So it blows that double giant bomb pocket out there to the 2 o'clock position. And it doesn't kill all your hogs. So he's still got 2 heals left. ends up at the Tesla farm on the other side, but the golems are helping us out, getting a shatter break on one of them, and just overkilling it. Almost could have swagged that at this point. Completely overkilling the base. Smart play. And when we get these heroes up level, maybe he can be knocking out their top town hall 9. Putting it down. Alright guys, video kind of went a little bit long. Again, I apologize about the tardiness. I just have been having some internet issues. But good game. If you didn't get a feature, man, you still had a good attack. I looked at all of them, and I was really impressed with this war. Clash Files, good game to y'all. And that's it. Alright guys, Dan. Take care.